Imagine waking up one morning and realizing something's missing. There are no buzzing bees, no chirping crickets, no fluttering butterflies. At first you might feel relieved. No more mosquito bites, no more flies landing on your food, no wasps terrorizing your picnics. But very quickly, that relief would turn into something much darker: global panic. Because if every insect on Earth vanished overnight, life as we know it would begin to unravel almost instantly. You see, insects aren't just background noise in the ecosystem. They are the foundation, silent, tireless workers responsible for pollinating crops, decomposing waste, aerating soil, and feeding millions of other species. Without them, the most basic biological systems on this planet would begin to fail. Let's start with pollination. Bees, butterflies, beetles, ants, these tiny creatures pollinate over 75% of the world's flowering plants, including many of the fruits, vegetables, and nuts we eat every day. Without them, apples, coffee, chocolate, almonds, tomatoes, strawberries, and countless other foods would vanish from our diets. Even if we tried to hand-pollinate crops, the scale is simply too large. Farms would collapse, food prices would skyrocket, and global hunger would rise at an unprecedented rate. Now imagine the effect on the food chain. Insects are a primary food source for thousands of species: birds, amphibians, reptiles, fish, and small mammals. With insects gone, these animals would begin to starve, leading to mass die-offs and a chain reaction up the food web. Even large predators like wolves, bears, and big cats would eventually feel the impact as their prey disappears or weakens due to lack of food. Then there's the role of insects in waste management. Flies, beetles, ants, and other decomposers are nature's cleanup crew. They break down dead plants and animals, return nutrients to the soil, and prevent the planet from being buried in biological waste. Without them, decay slows drastically. Corpses linger, rotting matter piles up, the air thickens with the stench of death and disease. Bacteria and fungus would try to pick up the slack, but they couldn't match the efficiency or scale of insect decomposition. Soil health would also plummet. Insects like beetles, ants, and larvae constantly dig and turn the soil, allowing air and water to nourish plant roots. Without that natural tilling, soil becomes compacted, plant growth slows, and entire ecosystems begin to suffocate from the ground up. Even human culture wouldn't be safe. Insects have inspired art, religion, cuisine, medicine, and even technological innovation. From silkworms that built empires to bees that symbolize community and rebirth, we've lived alongside these creatures for as long as we've existed. Their disappearance would mark the loss of a deep, ancient relationship with the natural world. And let's not forget the economic consequences. Insects contribute hundreds of billions of dollars each year to global agriculture. Their disappearance would crash entire industries: farming, fishing, textiles, and more, leading to massive unemployment and economic instability across every continent. But perhaps the most terrifying part, the collapse wouldn't be immediate, but slow, agonizing, and unstoppable. Crops would fail season by season. Animals would vanish species by species, and humans, reliant on these fragile systems, would scramble to develop synthetic replacements, artificial pollinators, chemical decomposers, lab-grown food. We might buy ourselves time, but we'd never fully replace the millions of years of evolution that made insects perfectly suited to their roles. In the end, a planet without insects is a planet on borrowed time, so the next time a bee buzzes near your head, or an ant crawls across your kitchen floor, remember, it's not just an insect, it's part of the invisible machinery that keeps Earth alive. And if it disappears, so might we.